Before starting this video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all the support that is given to me. As always, the information in these videos are rumors and taken from the internet or the streets. I am not saying the information is true. This is the story of Terry Berry, aka T-Bico, Tyquan World. TB or Biko, whose real name is Terry Mubarak Berry, a young boy who was a good student in school, a boxer, and participated in school activities. At Sexton 12 years old, TB, a student at J.A. Sexton Public School, spoke out against violence and was a part of this series in the Chicago Sun-Times newspaper about violence reduction strategies and the importance of recreation. Terry was in 5th grade and contributed to this story, sharing about how gang violence in his neighborhood affected his ability to play at the park and how he enrolled in martial arts for protection and for a recreational outlet. Later, Terry became serious and dedicated to boxing. Being a boxer and always going to the gym kept TB out of the streets at the time. As TB became older, the road to being a professional boxer and always training to keep himself ahead became a problem as he became older going forward toward his teenage years. TB would get involved in the same gang violence he spoke against: shooting, robbing, killing, carrying guns, and having a criminal record. As he drove deeper and deeper in this destructive lifestyle, which took the lives of many people, would eventually cost TB his own life. Terry was born on January 28, 1996 in Chicago, Illinois, on the east side of town. TB being the son of Big TB, or King TB, who was a top original gangster on the 71st block of Paxton, aka Paxtown, or Black Block. TB himself heard many stories of how much of a legend his father was, how his father had large amounts of money. TB would never get a chance to meet his father and get to know him for the reason of Big TB being murdered 8 months before his son Terry was born. TB had to grow up without his father and without meeting him. However, TB had a stepfather who was there for him for a large portion of his life in his youth. Big TB died very prematurely, didn't make it to see the age of 21, and died when he was only 20 years of age. When TB himself turned 20, it was very special for him because his father passed away at 20. TB would often make tweets on Twitter about his father and wishing he was alive, and that his life would be entirely different if his pops was alive in his life, despite TB never having the chance to meet his father. He looked up to his father and wanted to be just like how he was. TB had a cousin in Paxtown by the name of Hody, who also lived in Paxtown where TB lived. After the death of Big TB was murdered, the mother of TB moved TB to the south side of Chicago in 62nd and Eberhard Avenue. TB grew up being the only child in the house without any siblings. However, he treated the boys he met in the neighborhood as his brothers.
Schools in the area that was mostly filled with GDs from various hoods: Jarrow City, Brick Squad 069, STLEBT, MOB, and Mixmob. There were a few members from the opposite gang that attended Dunbar as well, one of the gangs being 600. L.A. Capone, Burger, Mo Bodies from Face World 079, and Ocho Muna from O Block attended the school together. L.A. Capone was constantly fighting in Dunbar and would often get jumped by members from Jaro City and STL. According to FBG Butta, he beat up L.A. Capone and broke L.A. nose. There are rumors that Justo from 600 watched L.A. get jumped by Lil J, Brick, Butta, and a couple more Jaro and STL members and didn't do anything about it. There are many people in the school who were scared to fight TB because of his boxing skills. On one occasion, TB knocked a guy out cold and TB tweeted about it. There were many fights, riots, and even shootings at the school. Tricks from 600 and Blast His Ass from the same area got jumped on by 069 Brick Squad members, ending with King Von, Mikado, L.A. Capone, M. Thang shooting Dunbar up, scaring Brick Squad members away.